Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik joined high above the ice with Duke Litwin here this evening, a Wildcat fan favorite, of course. Duke, how is it feeling being up here above the ice instead of down there?
Excited. I've always wanted to do this once in my life, so what better game to do it with some NHL stars in the house.
Yeah, the Coyotes alumni game, always a very fun one for the Tucson community. Those of you who are able to make it down here get to see some Coyotes legends, especially Shane Doan, Captain Coyote himself. Can't really ask for a better alumni than that to be down here in the building.
Two-time Canada gold medalist in the Olympics, 2002, 2006, maybe even 2010.
And of course, an incredibly illustrious career. 21 years with the Coyotes, all-time leading goals, point, and assist leader overall. 402 goals, 570 assists, 972 points. It was definitely a sad day when Shane Doan retired from the Coyotes, but we will get ready to welcome your Wildcats out onto the ice. Nolan Bavolsic leading them out. It's going to be an interesting night here. Timor and Cole, a couple healthy scratches up here in the stands, getting a chance for some of the other boys to maybe get a little skate against some Coyotes alumni, make some memories down there.
Yeah, I got a prediction tonight. I say Stu Lerman, 2 goals. I got Noah Vance with a goal too. And let's go with Brody Selman. Brody's got one.
I'm thinking Lusby. I'm thinking Lusby's been hot ending the season, couple big goals against ASU. And he had he says that he for sure tried it. He had that little Kucherov move last year in the alumni's game.
It's true.
So it'll be always an interesting evening. And, you know, from a player perspective, is this a pretty interesting way to maybe fine-tune some details going to the national tournament, maybe try some plays you wouldn't in normal game scenarios, since there's a pretty relaxed vibe out here this evening?
Yeah, I also don't think we want to show too much. You know, if we're showing off our forecheck or our back check against, well, it's going to be UCO, wouldn't be the best thing against these guys, but I definitely think it's good. Get some guys some minutes and keep the legs going. Got a big week ahead, and very excited to get down to Boston. Very excited to play UCO. Got to play them my freshman year, and we had some good success against them, so it should be exciting.
Definitely going to be a tough matchup in that round one, but you get through that first game against the number 6 WCHL conference champions. Guys feel like smooth sailing after that. Let's bring in Joe, the PA announcer, for the lineups.
With 21 years in the NHL, all with the Arizona Coyotes, leading goals, 402 of them, assists, 570 of them, points, 972, all time for the Coyotes. Number 19, Shane Doan. At right wing for the Alumni with 2 years in the WSHL with the Phoenix Polar Bears, number 15, Derek Chabinski. At the center position for the Yotes, 17 years in the NHL with New Jersey, Vancouver, Dallas, the Panthers, and your Coyotes, number 17, Greg Adams. At left defense for the Alumni with 16 years in the National Hockey League with the Penguins, Blues, and your Coyotes, number 4, Zbigniew Mikhailuk. At right defense, he has 16 years in the NHL with the Hawks, Ducks, Wild, and your Coyotes, number 2, Keith Carney. And in the nets tonight for the Alumni, he is an ASU ACHA D1 goalie from 2008 to 2012, number 1, Mark Shacker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Arizona Wildcats. Starting at left wing from Anchorage, Alaska, number 19, Ryan Heck. At right wing from Tucson, Arizona, number 8, Noah Vance. At the center position for your Cats, from Boise, Idaho, number 33, Zach Langus. At left defense, from East Wenatchee, Washington, number 10, Hunter Hodgson. At right defense for your Cats, from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 14, Jarrett Overland. And in the nets tonight for your Wildcats, all the way from San Jose, California, number 35, Nolan Bivelsick. Your head coach of the Wildcats is Grady Berman. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for today's national anthem, performed by Tucson community member Gary Smith. Smith. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a pregame puck drop, a ceremonial puck drop. Campus Recreation is truly honored and privileged to recognize the University of Arizona's Campus Health Service team tonight for their outstanding work during the past 3 years. Many campus health staff are with us this evening. Thanks a lot for coming out, guys. Campus Health is one of the oldest and most utilized departments at the University of Arizona. Founded in 1918, Campus Health has supported student and staff well-being for over 100 years. During the COVID pandemic that started in spring 2020, Campus Health went above and beyond, helping to implement much of the initial and ongoing response to COVID in the community, as well as providing medical oversight and staffing for the campus mall pod, which administered over 240,000 vaccines, and I was one of them, to the university and Tucson communities, and much more. Their amazing staff risked their own safety to help the local community well before vaccines were even available. Campus Health also assists students in supporting their mental health with several counseling and psych services sites across campus. For all this work, Campus Health was awarded one of the university's highest honors, the 2022 Team Award for Excellence. Thank you to the wonderful staff at Campus Health. Our athletic trainers that serve our hockey team are also part of an ongoing collaboration between Campus Rec and Campus Health. One of the medical staff members who supports hockey and many other club sports athletes is with us to throw down the puck this evening. Please give a warm welcome to TCC welcome to Campus Health physician, Dr. Stefano Mottel. That was him who was dropping the puck. Your referee for tonight's contest is Abbott, your linesman, Costello.
All righty, folks. So as we get ready to drop the puck here on a Friday evening, Sebastian Janik, very fortunate to be joined by Duke Litwin because of some issues with health and spring break, we are very short-handed here this evening, so it's just myself and Duke. If we're a little bit behind on the scoreboard or anything in the stream, our apologies for that, but I'll do my best to make it work with Duke up here. And Duke, you played in a couple of these alumni games. How fun are they?
Yeah, it's a good time. I mean, especially playing against Shane Doan. You saw that face-off, Jesse and Shane, 2 Arizona legends. And I'd like to give a little shout-out to my mom, Susie Litwin. I know she's watching. We'll see you in Boston soon.
Definitely happy to know the Litwin family has been a fan of the broadcast over the years. And a quick turnover here as the Alumni look to make the Wildcats pay for being a little sloppy in their own zone. It'll be interesting to see just how aggressive the Alumni get, because these are some older guys. Some of them, Grabner, Doan, not been out of the league that long. I don't think they're going to be bringing, bone crunching hits to the table, but the head and the hands are there for all these guys, no matter how long they're out of the league.
Yeah, we got a nice sweet talking to from Shane Doan before the game. Told the boys not to hit him, but Shane Doan, feisty player. He could definitely lay the body a little bit.
All of these guys in their time, you see how long some of these guys made it in the NHL, multiple decades or over a decade. No one makes it that long up in the big leagues without being an incredible hockey player. So Wildcats get a chance here. A little bit of kind of fun little practice scrimmage to get ready for Nationals next week. So Jesse Lowell, one of the best captains in Wildcat history, just like Doan, probably the most infamous in Coyotes history. They were having a little talk at center ice before the game. So now Brody Selman will look to break it out. Connor Ziegler 2-on-1 with Jesse Lowell. Ziegler tries to go back door. I think Shaker got a bit of a piece on that. Selman with a quick turnaround shot. So the Alumni, a little bit of trouble there, but a quick turnover goes back the other way. In all alone, shot, shoulder saved by Bavolsik on Grabner. Having Michael Grabner come down the ice at you, probably a little bit more scary than what Biv's going to see against UCO.
Honestly, looking back and all these hockey players over the years, Michael Grabner is probably one of the last people you want to see skating down the ice. He's got wheels.
Yeah, he's an incredibly fast skater in his time and a great goal scorer. Had a very storied career, especially for some of the younger guys. Like, a quick shot out there. Biv's got to be alert to that one. Alumni keep it in the zone. Now McCulloch at the point, but he can't get it past.
We might see McCulloch log 35 minutes tonight, 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, Zdeněk McCulloch. Haven't gotten a chance to meet him personally, but heard from over the years, just one of the absolute nicest guys you could ever meet. And he's always been a part of these alumni games for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I actually, when I was little, I'd say from ages 8 to 12, Zdeněk McCulloch used to train at my school with a bunch of Czech players. Him and Milan McCulloch, really nice guys. Got to speak to him before the game, tell him that he gave me a broken stick when I was little.
Everything comes a little bit full circle down here in Arizona, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So now the forecheck's on for the Alumni as they go back to the point to McCulloch. And he'll hold it there as Overland. He can't do enough to pressure the puck off him. Trying to center it. Just holding it down. They go down to Doan. It's actually just number 9, not 19. So Doan now on the ice at the moment. But now Overland with a chance to get it up. The Wildcat numbers are a little bit muddled tonight, so might have to figure out that as we go. But I'm calling Josh Lusby to get a point tonight. I'm feeling a goal from Josh Lusby. But now
I'd love to see Stu Lerman put one back in. Oh,
and Lusby just on cue. A great feed.
Call.
Great feed from Jackson Mace. And Lusby shows up in the Alumni game, so a great goal there from Josh Lusby. Getting to practice that little one-touch out in front of the net.
Yeah, great celly too.
Lusby, good overall guy. Big locker room guy, Josh Lusby, I'm guessing. Always brings some good energy.
Everyone loves Lusby. I mean, Lusby comes in with the same attitude every day. He's just happy to come to the rink.
He's kind of got that vibe of like the Disney high school, like, just super happy all the time type of dude. But he plays a heavy game at times. Yeah. Lusby, all-around athlete, but now maybe a chance. Can't toe drag around. Not sure who that is wearing number 7 out there. Chioka. Makes a great defensive play. Now a chance in Bavolsik with a big save there. So the number is a little bit muddled, but good to see Chioka back out on the ice. Missed a couple games with a little bit of a nagging injury, but hopefully get some reps in, get prepped for the national tournament as well. How interesting has it been, you know, having 3 guys come in at the break with Myers, Mason, Chioka, who
Yeah.
came in?
And we looked at it kind of like it was like the trade deadline. You know, we got 3 good guys come in. They're gonna help our team win. They all do the job really well, and it's great having them.
Shane Doan tries to go backdoor, and they bury it. So Doan to Adams, and they tie it up 1-1 here in the first period. Make sure we get those scores changed. Like I said, solo running here today besides Duke Litwin up with me, so might be a little bit behind on some of the stream details, but do my best to keep on top of that. So Doan with the slick backdoor feed beats Pavolsic.
I also think Jacob Cosden's got one in him today, and big shout out to the Cosden family out in Pennsylvania. I know you guys are watching tonight.
And Cosden's been good since moving up to forward. The transition's not always easy, but he's made the most of it. Now over the line, a little dangle there. Gets the stick tied up. So I definitely know that's not Cameron Timor down there. So as I said, the numbers are a little bit. But is that Vance out there?
Vance is wearing number 8 now.
And another goal right there. Adams with an absolute beauty. So the Alumni do not like giving up the first one, and they quickly go back down the ice and score another one. So 2-1 here for the Coyotes Alumni, and they make it look real easy. I'm not gonna say, you know, the boys probably aren't playing at 100% intensity tonight, but I mean, these NHL guys, the hands, the speed, the way they think the game, there's levels to this, and they are on a higher one.
Yeah, definitely. We had Adam circled on the roster sheet before the game. All these Alumni games, he always ends up getting 3 or 4 of them in. But yeah, really cool story. He played at NAU, and you don't really see too many guys make it from NAU, U of A, ASU to the NHL, and ended up playing 17 years. So pretty cool to get to play against him. But would be bad if he took it easy on us tonight.
Yeah, now Selman in with a quick shot. That just goes wide. This definitely speaks to the development of Arizona hockey when you look at a program like ASU right now and the number of NHL draft picks they've got up on their D1 program, and the U of A hoping to build towards something in the future as well. Hockey is definitely in the desert. In those 21 years that Shane Doan was with the Coyotes definitely helped to forge that relationship between hockey and the desert. So now Jesse Lowell, a little bit of speed, tries to dump it in for Ziegler. Goes in on McCulloch. Now a little touch pass. Yeah, there's definitely a number of passes we're going to see these Coyotes alumni make that I think might be a little bit beyond the realm of the hands of the Wildcats at times, but you pick up a few little things here, take it to the national tournament, never know what you can do. Fisher tries to go center to Lusby. I'm telling you, Lusby could be in for a big game. So Myers in the corner. And for anyone wondering the format, it is 2 continuous running 30-minute periods here. So no whistles, clock will keep on going as the Alumni bring it into the zone. But the Wildcats with a chance to break it out. Lusby can't hold on to it over the line. So quick little move now. Carney over the line. They look to set up. Guarantee you a quick shot's coming here, but they look for the pass. So now back out in front, another shot, and they score. An absolute snipe there by Mason Vuconic. So 2 Vuconic, my apologies, if Vuconic. So we've got 2 of them playing here tonight. That was number 9, Mason. Played 1 year in the NCAA D3. And he's the son of Mike Vuconic, so the son getting the goal here, and Wildcats looking a little bit flat, letting the Alumni kind of take it to them a bit here on the Friday evening at the Tucson Arena.
You know, sometimes you have a slow start to the game, but I'm sure things will pick up.
Well, it's starting to pick up here as Adams looks to bring it in again. Obviously not going to see Will Josephson planting him into the boards like we might see usually from William Josephson.
Yeah, and a big shout out to the Josephsons too. Debbie and Dave, wonderful Thanksgiving lunch that they provided for me this year. It was fantastic, and shout out the Sagner family too.
Josephson tries to get a shot away from the point, but Doan's there to intercept. Not an easy guy to get the pass through. And Doan steals it right from Josephson. He goes into the corner. That's a battle I'd love to see if they were fully I mean, got a feeling Josephson's getting dummied a little bit, but he's got some fire in him along the boards.
Willie definitely could hold his own. I mean, Willie's a big guy. Him and Shane Doan at this level, be a good go.
So Josephson here looks for a chance around the back of the net. Can't get away from the check of McCulloch. Still hounding him, but he gets it over to Shively. Now Shively back to Josephson. Just could not handle the pass, and McCulloch's going to look to break it out here. But turns that right over to the Wildcats, and they'll take it back behind the net. So Bvolsic having a little bit of a tough time, but he saves that one. Second chance on the rebound. Can't really blame Biv. He's not seen a whole lot of professional shots at practice too often, but
Yeah, just mine. That's it.
yeah, Jesse Lowell and Duke Litwin, the two guys known for their wristers on the team.
Yep, you got that one right.
So the Coyotes alumni up 3-1 with 19:26 left to go in this first half of continuous play. As they're able to win it back, and Carney takes it over to McCulloch. McCulloch down the boards, they go back to the point. Tries to go to the slot, almost connects with it. Can't quite handle it, but they're able to cycle it around the zone. Stu Lerman at the point can't control it, and that's all. It's a quick backhand there. Grabner did not miss by much. So the fact that Michael Grabner hasn't even lit it up yet, and he almost gets one there right into the chest of Bvolsic with Michael Grabner all alone in the slot. Definitely don't want to give up too much of the defensive structure going into the national tournament. We're letting Michael Grabner kind of chill out in the middle of the slot all alone. Maybe a little bit of the fundamentals not going there, but.
Yeah, definitely not the best idea. Grabner, though, all these years, he's definitely been one of the fastest players in the league. I'm pretty sure he won the fastest skater, the skills contest his rookie year.
Grabner was, every team he was on when the Bruins came up against him, he would just be flying down that wing, whether it was on the Leafs or the Rangers or the Coyotes, but talented goal scorer. I remember him and Cogliano always being two of the fastest guys. I remember watching on other teams, and Grabner tries to bring it over the line, but a good defensive play there by Chioka as they look to bring it in. Quick shot here, they hold up. Vance tries to go for maybe a bit of a rebound shot, but Coyotes alumni are able to recover and get things set up.
Yeah, you definitely don't see that same bite that we normally come out with, but I think we got a good comeback coming. Just got to get one going.
Yeah, I think the alumni might be a little bit frustrated if Jesse Lowell starts throwing bodies at the blue line, but you know, maybe something needed to get the boys fired up here.
Yeah.
But Chioka just nice little outlet pass there to get it through the seam to Ziegler. So Ziegler down the far boards. He wraps it around the net. Over to Fisher. Fisher right to the slot. Lusby tries to go for the backhand backdoor feed to Vance. So Josh Lusby looking to show off a little bit of the hands here in the alumni game, and a great turnover there. And now Vance in all alone. He takes a quick shot. That gets patted away. No rebound coming. The Wildcats doing a good job cycling here. Now over to Myers. Myers with a quick shot, and that's got to be a pretty quick blocker save there by Shacker, former ASU D1 goalie. So definitely want to put up a couple on him just for the rivalry's sake. As the Wildcats did win the Cactus Cup this year for a 5th consecutive year. Even though the Wildcats weren't perhaps conference not conference champions this year, but winning that Cactus Cup trophy, always the first trophy on the win to anything good during the season, especially after the long history of ASU being so dominant with the Cactus Cup. Now a nice little feed here to Myers. He tries to go between the legs, and Shacker's got to be alert to that one, but Shane Doan could have been away on a breakaway, but Hunter Hodgson breaks it up instead. And Hodgson, who hasn't drawn into too many games this season, but when he has, you can see the raw skill there, but Doan makes him pay for a little bit of a risky pass, but a nice little pass there from Vance too. Lusby, could he be all alone? Chance here, shot. Lusby was maybe waiting for that.
Yeah, every opportunity Hodgson's gotten this year, he's been fantastic. I mean, young guy, only 18 years old, he played big minutes against ASU, he was fantastic.
Yeah, that final game against ASU, now Josh Lusby in. Big clapper just goes wide on the glove side of Shacker. So Josh Lusby feeling the scoring touch maybe tonight as that gets tied up. Cosden tries to wrap it around, and Overland will hold it in at the blue line. He gets pressured by Adams. They go around to Lusby. Now McCulloch. Josephson all over him in the boards. And that comes out in front. Oh, and Josephson just couldn't tuck it. Cosden pokes it out from under the glove of Shacker.
Very uncharacteristic by Willie there. Willie normally buries those. Good goal scorer.
Barely misses that one on the backhand. Maybe get some of that bad luck out of the way before the national tournament. So Cosden gets in there. He's been a big body to add that forward group. Started the season on defense, transitioned up to forward. He's been a good guy to park in front of the net, especially on the power play, but a little bit of cycle here with Josephson and Malco. Josephson all alone, 4-on-1. Tries to go middle, that gets deflected. The Wildcats with a little bit of offensive pop here, but Shacker just too good so far.
Also great to see J.J. Daigneault here, 93 Stanley Cup champ with the Montreal Canadiens, best franchise in sports. 8-year assistant coach as well for the Montreal Canadiens.
As a Bruins fan, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna hold my tongue. I'm not gonna dispute you. I know how much you love your Canadians, so don't want to get into that on air. It's probably a discussion best had off the mic. But now the Wildcats maybe with a chance to get some.
Stu.
So Stu Lerman, full speed, goes around his man, tries to get it back again, just loses the handle. So Stu Lerman with a full head of speed.
Stu's definitely one of the fastest guys on the team. You wouldn't realize it, but once he gets going, he's gone.
He's a big, tall guy. You get those big legs going. So now they try to go middle on the forecheck. Heck can't get it over. Now Shively from the point. He waits, takes a quick shot. That barely gets deflected wide. As Stu Lerman, big body, parked out in front of the net. Got a little tip on that one.
Another shout out too to Aiden Sofrino. I know Siffy's watching right now back home in Boston.
Oh, and a penalty there, but obviously nothing in called. Fisher with a quick shot, still loose out in front. Another rebound, and they can't get it past. They go back to the point to Chioka. Chioka down low to Stu.
No.
And Shacker gets across and says no to Stu Lerman.
Lerman's close though, telling you.
And Chioka with a nice little move to generate space there. Chioka down to Ziegler. Ziegler tries to go back to Chioka in the slot, but that gets taken away. And it'll be, no, not a 2-on-1 because Jesse Lowell gets back on the forecheck. Great job by him. The Coyotes alumni, since scoring those 3 goals, have not spent a lot of time in the offensive zone. They've just scored every time they've been in there with 12:43 left to go in this first half of these 2 continuous 30-minute halves.
Yeah, you definitely see the skilled guys coming out today with the
Oh, and now Brody Selman in all alone, tries to deke and go around, can't get the tuck. And luckily he doesn't go crashing into the boards. Now Chioka with a quick shot, that one gets blocked off too. Shacker standing on his head. Jesse Lowell goes back to Fisher. Fisher goes down to Ziegler. McCulloch trying to take away the room, but they find Selman up at the point. Selman back to Fisher. Fisher to Chioka. They're cycling the puck well here. Tries to go for the deflection, but Shacker alert to it. So good to see Chioka looking like he's getting back into game form. A big piece on that back end for the Wildcats heading into the national tournament. So now they'll settle things down just a little bit. McCulloch looking for a breakout pass. Ziegler kind of pressures him, pushes one off the side of the net. But now another chance here for the Alumni. A little dangle around Overland. Can't get to it first. Daigneault tries to go to Doan, and Doan putting on the speed to get to that puck. Now Doan cycles, goes to the slot, makes the pass over. And Shane Doan probably treating this like a good cardio workout. He's giving it his all here, so Doan can't take the puck away from Jesse Lowell though. Myers trying to go over to Hodgson, can't connect. Doan gets it up to Adams. They feed it middle.
Even with the fitness level low, I'm sure a lot of these guys are in shape. It's amazing to see where the puck should be. And they place the puck exactly where it should be.
And now maybe a 3-on-2 developing if they can hustle. They get it through to Josh Lusby. Lusby, and he scores! Josh Lusby, quick little settle down on the forehand and goes shelf over the shoulder of Shacker. Josh Lusby telling you he's on a heater. Couple big goals against ASU to finish up the season, and a guy who feels like he's been a little bit snake bit over the course of the season, but the Alumni game he comes to shine. So Josh Lusby makes no mistake, and after Shacker for the Alumni, we're keeping him in there with some big saves. Josh Lusby, the sole goal scorer for the Wildcats here, so put him on hat trick watch for the night.
Great strides there too by Chris Hedgecock, and shout out to Bob Hedgecock too. I know he's taken part of the Chuck-a-Puck going on at intermission. He's going for his 3rd Chuck-a-Puck win.
From what I've heard, an absolute Chuck-a-Puck legend out there.
Wildcat record, 2-time Chuck-a-Puck winner, going for his 3rd. Gotta hope Bobby gets it.
Well, tonight the odds might be in his favor. Tucson community come out to watch this interesting little exhibition game that we will run once a year here. So now McCulloch up at the point. So just trying to coordinate here when we'll be bringing in our next guest. Cameron Timor will be coming in during the intermission. We'll have Duke Litwin do the questioning of Cameron Timor. Get his thoughts on the game so far, the season so far.
Cameron grilling Cameron. We'll see it.
All right, so now Hedgecock. Nice.
Excited to get Timor on the mic, though. You don't get to hear him talk that often, so we're in for a treat.
For any Wildcat fan, you probably heard him talk about twice in the last 5 years, so we'll see how many words he's able to get out while he's up on the mic. Shacker has to hold the post there as the Wildcats get it down low as Josephson. Back to Shively at the point. Little steal there.
And here comes Grabner.
Grabner all alone on Bavolsic. Grabner shot just goes wide, tries to pick the glove side corner and can't get it.
I think that took Grabner 2 strides to get up ice.
Yeah, I'd say Biv is probably asking the defense to maybe not let Grabner get quite as alone as he is. So stay tuned for our little intermission break. We'll have Duke Litwin speaking with Cameron Timor. I am not responsible for anything that is said. I'm going to give the disclaimer there, but they both responsible young men. Graduating college, you should be able to have this down.
Yeah, definitely. I think we do miss our boy Anthony Cusinelli up here. He did a fantastic job leading the microphone last year. Yeah. Wildcat legend.
The duo between Cusinelli and Duke Litwin, definitely one of the best moments in Wildcat broadcast history right there.
Appreciate that, Seb.
So now Malco. He'll look to break out Chioka. Chioka and Cosden, 2-on-1. Chioka drag shot. Great little move there by Chioka. Just couldn't finish the play off.
Chioka's got a bit of Eric Carlson in his game.
I like that confidence, though. The toe drag, hard slap shot there from Cowie. The Wildcats not able to get it out quite yet. They go to the slot, no one home. Chioka can't get to it first as Malco looks to pick it up.
Yeah, the pace definitely has picked up this period, throughout the period a little bit.
And now Cosden, could he maybe have a chance in? Shacker says no. So my prediction of Lusby's come in correct so far. Now we got to see your guys coming through.
I got Lerman, Vance, and Selman.
A great little move there by Mason Vukonich, as he was able to create some space, but the change was just a little bit too far behind him. Now a chance here maybe. But that gets taken away by Carney. They try to drag it across the line, not able to do so. Jabinski holds onto it and goes back to Carney. Carney can't get through the stick check there as Stu Lerman, couldn't quite skate onto that one. Still pressuring the puck. 8:02 left to go here in this first half. Now Shane Doan not gonna play the one-man show. Trying to go back door. Biv reads it the whole way. Great stick there. So McCulloch over to Doan. They take a quick shot and another save by Bavolsic. So heading into the national tournament, how is, for those Wildcat fans wondering about the feeling in the room, the confidence level, coming off those 2 wins against ASU at home, how does that help build towards just being confident going into that first game of the national tournament?
Yeah, I mean, those were 2 really big wins for us, especially at home in front of all the fans. Gives us a nice little boost going into the tournament, but our confidence is unwavering. I mean, we all trust each other. We got for us to finish 11 was amazing this year, but we definitely feel like we should be in the top 5. And yeah, no, definitely very excited to be playing in Boston coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a great opportunity for this Wildcat group that, of course, Duke Litwin is a part of. You guys will be traveling to Boston next week. Fans who are interested in streaming the tournament, HockeyTV.com does offer a monthly subscription of $29.99 if you are interested in being able to watch the Wildcats compete. Their first game is on Saturday, March 18th, up in Boston against UCO. And the Wildcats looking to break back even here against the Alumni. Jesse Lowell with a great quick shot. Shacker able to hold on to that, and he'll play it up quick. They're going to take advantage of the Wildcats changing behind. Go back to the point. No one home except Ziegler.
Oh, great play there by Hedgecock.
Definitely a very smart player. An Arizona kid who was very excited. The idea of playing against someone like Shane Doan, probably the most infamous Arizona Coyote hockey player there is, and Selman will hold up.
Exciting time, too, for Shane Doan. Gets to play with Chris Hedgecock. Hell of a player. Hell of a guy, too.
Great defensive mind on Hedgecock. He's been so solid back there. There's been multiple calls throughout this season of Hedgecock diving into the crease, laying out to block a shot.
It's like a Josh Georges.
Very, very tough kind of, I don't know who I'd compare him to.
Nicholas Jarmelson.
I like that. I like that one.
I think that's who he models his game after, he said.
Just steady, never really making many mistakes and laying out the body. Now a chance out in the slot. That gets broken up, though. Oh, and all alone down there was one of the Coyotes alumni. That could have been bad, but now maybe a chance here for Lusby. Dishes it back to Vance. Vance. Oh, Mays. Sorry, numbers are a little bit mixed up because Vance used to wear 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jackson Mays wearing his number 4 tonight, because a couple different guys playing in the usual roster, giving him a chance to play against the Coyotes alumni. So 5:50 left to go in the first half. Now Myers with a nice little pass to Lusby, 2-on-1 here with Mays. Just can't get it across. And that second line of Myers, Mays, and Lusby has been so good towards the end of the season. Definitely excited to see what they can do at the national tournament, as they really seem to have generated some chemistry with one another.
Yeah, absolutely nightmare line to play against in practice.
3 guys who, especially Mays and Myers, play a pretty heavy game. And then Lusby's speed, not an easy group to play against. So Chioka takes down Carson. And now Myers, he can't get past it. He does, keeps it in the skates. Now Myers tries to go back to Lusby. No connection there. So they look to feed it up through the middle. Holds onto it, back quick point shot from McCulloch, and it comes over to Josh Lusby. Now Mays, he tries to go down the boards, not McCulloch rides him off, not making anything easy on him. Hopefully the alumni know you guys are going to the national tournament next week, so definitely maybe a little bit of pride on the line. And Shane Doan with a great move here. Doan in, shoots, and he scores. The hands of Shane Doan just going top shelf and popping the bottle on Bavolsic.
Yeah, I mean, you got Shane Doan in the slot. Not the best idea to leave him open like that, but
well, you see
pretty
too,
cool to see.
Just the way he creates space along the boards, kind of pulls just the puck behind him, little turnaround move, and all of a sudden he's got a lot of time, and that's probably an angle against most ACHA players Biv's pretty comfortable with, but now maybe another chance here as Doan gets in, just can't drag it around Hodgson though. So Hunter Hodgson officially shutting down Shane Doan on that shift.
Cross that off his bucket list.
And now Jacob Cosden over the line. Cosden tries to go middle, almost able to hold on to it, but Adams too tough of an opponent. 2 Wildcats on him.
Yeah, looking forward to the first penalty shot of the day. No penalties, so would love to see Lusby get up there, get the 3rd goal.
He's had some slick hands here. Is Lusby a pretty good guy in the practice shootouts?
Yeah, but what he's even better at is baseball, though. Lusby's a hell of an athlete. Good softball player. He's got an absolute hose of an arm.
Yeah, from what I've heard, overall athlete, just Josh Lusby is pretty good at pretty much any sport that he tries to pick up. So Shively here gets it across. Josephson looking backdoor to Malco, just can't quite connect on it. Some Nice little plays here.
Would have loved to see Biz out here tonight. Play for the Yotes alumni. Sure, he would have had a good go at center ice with somebody.
Yeah, having Bissonnette and Lowell, I would pay to see that any day. Even if it's just a little locker boxing match going on. But it's not many guys I'd put Jesse Lowell up against.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been on the wrong end of that in Israel.
And now Grabner, quick shot there, able to be fought off by Bavulsic. Alumni now getting some shots. So the Wildcats struggle to get it out of the zone quickly. Alumni just willing to settle things down. Eddie Slack with a nice little knee down block there to shut everything off. So now Grabner gets it up. 3-on-1. Nice little poke check there from Slack to get it out of the zone. Vukonich gets it across. Now maybe a chance here in Biv. Good job holding the net there, not allowing Carson to have any time and space. 2:18 left to go in this first half of our 2 30-minute halves here in the Coyotes alumni game. Quick shot, rings the pipe.
Yeah, that Lerman's hot. He's going to get one. It's coming soon.
So Stu Lerman almost just inches away from tying or getting close, getting within one in this game. Lerman, quick turnaround shot, and Shacker seems to have Stu Lerman's number right now. Lerman, a team favorite. Everyone's looking for him to get one now. Almost all alone, and they score. What a shot by Carson. So Carson with a stick on him still gets the backhand up over the shoulder of Bavulsic. And the Coyotes alumni racking up 5 goals here in the first half. Not sure what the message is going to be in the locker room from Coach Berman, but probably don't want to get run out of your own building by the Coyotes alumni. Gotta, probably keep that under in single digits ideally. So Fisher gets it back to Chioka. So far, only Josh Lusby being the offensive catalyst. Would like to see someone like Lowell and Selman kind of get their scoring touch going before heading off to Nationals. Now Fisher will look to set things up. Nice little move there to get it over the line. And Ziegler tries to get it back to Selman, but they just can't quite connect. So Lindsey Carson with that goal there. Oh, and a beautiful little toe drag in and just can't finish the move. That one was very close. Mason Vukonich. Beautiful little toe drag into the slot. Just can't beat Biv though.
Yeah, you got a pretty good view up here, eh?
It's not bad. It's
best seat in the house.
Best seat in Tucson, that's for sure. It's been a pleasure being able to call these Wildcat games this season. Definitely excited to see what the team can do at the national tournament.
What was your favorite moment of the season from above?
Ooh, I don't know. That Jesse Lowell hat trick game was that was definitely one of the most exciting games. But that final game against ASU, I think, was probably the best game of the season here. It had everything. If you went back and looked at some of the photos where the buckets are off and Jesse's going at it with the ASU captain, that was definitely probably my favorite game of the season. But of course, calling a Duke Litwin goal with his family in the house, that was a pretty special one there.
Yeah, always special with family and friends making the 9-hour journey. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good night. But,
puck up on top of the net there. So Jared Overland having to play some defense against Shane Doan. Everyone's getting their reps against him tonight. So now Hunter Hodgson gets it over to Jesse Lowell. Lowell can't get it through, but support from Selman. Selman one-handed tries to get the Crosby one-hand backhand going, can't connect. Biv out to play it. Just gets it over to Myers. He almost takes the ref's head off with the puck, but Doan will settle that one down. And that will finish off the first half of this. And we will be back in just a minute to bring you an interview between Duke Litwin and Cameron Timor. We'll have them share some of their insights, maybe some of their favorite moments from the season, and maybe talk about how you guys are feeling going into nationals. So stand by, Wildcat fans, as we get Timor up on the mic here.
Yeah, we are live in the Wildcat booth. We got Cameron Duke Litwin with Cameron Timor.
Yes, yes. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
So, CT, tell me, we've been at this for 4 years together now,
Yeah.
wrapping it up. Who's the teammate you want to shout out right now, you know, of the past couple of years? Maybe we'll start with our freshman year. Is there a teammate you want to shout out?
Chris Hedgecoke, my boy, my roommate, Jesse Lowell, Josh Lesby, Nolan Bavosic. You know, I can't forget about you, obviously.
Any teammates of the past? You know, some alumni?
Manny Rowe, Cusinelli, Max Meyer, the boys.
Kyle Wade. Can't forget about Kyle Wade.
Oh, you're Canadian.
Yeah,
Canadian.
definitely.
Okay. Got it.
So here we are at the Chuck-a-Puck, which is a fan favorite that we don't really get to watch because we're inside the locker room. But like we said, we got Bob Hedgecoke, Chuck-a-Puck legend, two-time Chuck-a-Puck champ, throwing right now. What do you think the strategy is to get that puck at center ice?
I think it's all in the wrist. So I think it's that wrist motion. And once you get that wrist cranking the right way, it should fly out there and, you know, hit the bullseye right where you want it to go.
Yeah, I definitely saw Bob Hedgecoke just go down to about glass level to get a very good angle of that Chuck-a-Puck toss. I hope he's the closest one. Three-time champ. That'd be something.
Yeah.
So CT, you know, what do you think about our chances going into Boston this week?
Man, I like them. I think we match up well. We had a good week of practice. We got another good week of practice coming up. We're hitting systems. We're learning their systems. But at the end of the day, we just got to go and play our game, play for each other. And I'm excited. You know, I think we got a shot to do big things and leave that legacy at the end of the day.
And is there any teammates that you think are definitely going to step up in Boston that have been flying under the radar?
Flying under the radar. Number 26, Duke Litwin.
Appreciate that, team.
Let's go.
Appreciate that, team. And I'm definitely feeling good going into Boston. Got my family and friends going to be there, so always do well when they're there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you play, and it's always fun. I appreciate being your teammate, everything you do for the guys on the ice and off. You know, you really do make a difference at this program, so give you your flowers while you're standing right next to me, you know?
Appreciate that, team.
Yeah,
Thank
no problem,
you.
no
But,
problem.
you know, you're not the one who likes to take the flowers, you know, but Timor, definitely one of the best defensemen.
Hey, we're not
in the
about to
league.
do this here, you know? We're not about to just compliment each other. But we got Dylan Walker coming back from injury too.
Good to see him on the ice, right?
Yeah, he'll be a big help for us, getting healthy, getting back. So I'm excited to see him back in the lineup as well.
Son of Wildcats legend.
Yes.
Kelly Walker, who got to give his son number 16 pretty cool
It is.
passing of the torch. Would like to see Walker Jr. in a couple of years if there's a Walker Jr.
Okay.
He wears number 16.
All right. Real question though. So everything that Cusinelli, talking about past players, everything Cusinelli has done for this program, for us, you know, because he was captain when we came in our freshman year. You think there's a chance he gets put up in the rafters, 1-5?
Yeah, definitely. You look at Kusa's numbers and what he's done for the city. The guy's an absolute legend. He's the only guy that you could walk down 4th Avenue, and he's the only Wildcat that people are like, oh my God.
They stop and take
that's,
pictures.
That's Anthony Cusinelli. I mean,
shout out, Cus.
Yeah.
We love you.
Every time I see Kus, I still get a little shocked too. What an absolute beauty, a mensch, as we say, to be around.
So what do you think about the new rink? You know, we're exiting only a couple more years here in the TCC before they get the new rink. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, definitely going to be pretty cool to come back. You know, we'll come back together. Come check
I can't wait.
Come check out the rink, and you know, I have a good feeling that we'll have that Cactus Cup still in there for years to come. Get to show it off every time ASU comes to the barn. So
Man, I'm excited.
yeah, very cool. But I will say though that some of the guys in the future will be missing out on the TCC.
There will be.
Great place to play.
Yeah. 100%.
And you know, that's it for Cameron Squared. It's been a pleasure being up here talking to all you, and shout out to Aiden Sofrino too. I know you're watching.
Siffy, yes.
Getting
yes.
better, you know.
Yep.
We miss you.
We'll see him. We'll see him when we go to Boston.
Yeah.
So
Big
we
beauty.
look forward to seeing you, Seth.
Yeah, biggest beauty.
Oh, I also want to shout out Carson Vance in South Carolina right now. Older brother to Noah Vance, who's out here skating with us. Big shout out to you, Cars.
And another shout out for Sebastian Janik on the mic all season. Your work does not go unnoticed.
It really doesn't.
The boys love you.
Yep.
Big beauty.
Absolutely.
And if you guys heard that dap up, it was clean.
It was clean. It was clean.
Coming to the University of Arizona with a lot of people. Came from Chicago, Illinois. A lot of people in Chicago, the Midwest.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, for the final time this season to the Tucson Arena for a very special evening as the Arizona Coyotes alumni come down to the Tucson Arena. Some big names in the house this evening, including Captain Coyote himself, Shane Doan, and Michael Grabner. Earlier this week, we were able to talk with a few of the players about just how special of an experience it is to be able to play against former NHLers and how this could be a possible great way to tune up some of those fine details heading into the national tournament next week.
A lot of us have watched them growing up. It's cool to watch them play and share the ice with them.
And is there any specific player, that you're looking forward to playing against?
Yeah, I watched Grabner growing up. He was on the Rangers, so I'm excited to play against him.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a unique experience. I think it's the pace of the game is probably a little bit slower, but just watching the way that they move the puck and use each other is something that I think we can learn a lot from, honestly. So it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely, it's a great experience. Like you said, you grow up watching them on TV and then get to be there on the ice with them. It's a whole new experience, and it's always fun each year, and we're definitely looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
And how is kind of this alumni game, it's kind of like a stress-free, not on the ice, but is it kind of a good way to just kind of get some tune-up, practice some details before heading out to the tournament?
Yeah, absolutely. I think structure is the most important thing going into the national tournament, and that's something you can practice no matter who you're playing against, and so that's something that we try to do. And, these players are still awesome players, and so it's not like you're losing talent that you're going against, so that's something that we try to prepare for, and that's something we'll do.
Wildcat fans, you can stream your Arizona hockey games from the 2023 National Tournament in Boston on hockeytv.com for only a monthly subscription of $29.99. Let's rise up and bear down and support our Wildcats in Boston.
If it wasn't for my teammates.
I couldn't be more happy to be here. Honestly, I think it was a blessing in disguise that I ended up here. I think I'd way rather be here than anywhere else. And yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal.
Well, he was his own man, so I let him follow his own path. And it's amazing how things work out. Fate, some might call it, so.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the final half of this little alumni exhibition game here at the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik solo up in the booth now. Duke Litwin's taking time to go hang out with his teammates. Hope you enjoyed the little discussion between Timor and Litwin, two graduating seniors who wanted to get their chance to get on the mic before leaving the U of A, and always good to get players involved in the broadcast, the guys that you're so used to watching down on the ice, get a little bit of their personality up here in the booth. So I will be all on my own calling this final half. 30 minutes, uninterrupted play, not very many whistles. It's been a good little game so far. Josh Lusby, overall good guy. Josh Lusby, the only offensive force here so far for the Wildcats, scoring both of the goals. And the Wildcat alumni able to put up 5. Probably a little bit lucky that it's not more. Michael Grabner with multiple chances all alone in the slot on the breakaway, but saw some absolutely beautiful goals there in that last period from the likes of Greg Adams and Shane Doan. Two legends of the game, 17 years in the league for Greg Adams, 21 years for Doan, all with the Coyotes, Mr. Captain Coyote himself. So number 33, Stu Lerman, has been around it, hasn't been able to bury one so far. Will Josephson, also Chioka, having a good night here for the Wildcats, getting their final little tune-up before heading off to Nationals next week. Wildcat fans, if you are interested in tuning into the Wildcats in Boston for the 2023 National Tournament, you can find it on hockeytv.com with a monthly subscription of $29.99. Wish we could be there to broadcast it ourselves, but unfortunately Hockey TV will be taken over. But excited to see what the Wildcats can do at the National Tournament. But want to see him make a little bit of a comeback here in the second half of this. Shane Doan and Greg Adams have been kind of having their way with the Wildcats so far, unsurprisingly so, as they are such talented hockey players. Shane Doan especially had a beautiful goal in that first half. Just spun off the far boards, created a little bit of room, and absolutely went shelf on Bavolsic. So Shane Doan here with the puck at center ice, winds it up, goes around his man. Doan 1-on-4, goes down to Adams. So Doan and Adams getting a pretty good look at things with Shabinsky skating on that line with them, but now possibly a turnover. Can Jesse Lowell make something out of it? Unfortunately not. And that one will head down into the Wildcat zone. As Carney was a little bit slow to get up there along the boards, but now Hunter Hodgson trying to make the long hero pass, gets broken up at center ice, but Ziegler almost is able to fight to get it back. As the Wildcats alumni takes a little bit of time getting over the line, a little bit of a toe pick, but they're able to hold on to it. Now Carson shadowing Hedgecoke. They'll try to throw it around, cannot get it out. Vukonich holds it in. Carson tries to go back to the point. Cowie now gets it over. As the alumni begin the cycle, making the Wildcats work. Quick shot there into the pads of Bavolsic from Denyo. So a good save there for Bavolsic as he tries to get things tidied up. All the little things. Oh, actually looks like Sepinen is going in this period. So obviously with this exhibition game, a little bit of a switch around for Coach Berman. Getting Nicholas Sepinen in there to take some reps. My apologies to him for not crediting him on that save. And now Jesse Lowell over the line, tries to feed it back to Selman. Selman into the slot, can't get it through to the net. As now the alumni will look to break it out. Carson with it over the blue line. Carson with some time and space. Now Vukonich out in the slot. Good active stick there from Ziegler to get in the way of that one. So that one gets forced out of the zone. Almost 3 minutes gone here. As Shacker sets it up behind his net. So now McCulloch. Nice pass there. Speed down the wing, goes around the net, looking for the wraparound, and Sepinen's able to hold the post. Luckily for him, he gets a little bit of support from Chioka. Great burst of speed there from who else but Michael Grabner. So Nicholas Sepinen, who interestingly has played against pros before. Speaking with Tanner Harris earlier this week, Nicholas Sepinen, when he was in Finland, Actually trained with Jonathan Huberdeau and Patrick Laine, which is a pretty interesting experience for Sepinen to have, and now he's facing some NHL shots tonight. Now McCulloch with a big shot. Sepinen's up to that, and the rebound gets pushed into the corner. So now a cycle down low. They look to bring it out, and they do. Great goal there. Simple setup and a great finish as the Wildcats alumni now push this lead to 6-2. So the alumni might be down here to play an exhibition game, but they are not going to make anything easy on the Wildcats. That was number 10 there on the alumni team. My apologies for not being great with the alumni numbers tonight. Only got them a couple minutes before puck drop, and as being the only guy running the broadcast tonight, it's been a little bit hectic, but either way, a great finish there. So now another chance out in front, and a great save by Bavolsik on Vuconic. So a father-son pairing here of Mason Vuconic and Mike Vuconic. Mike Vuconic played 7 years in pro hockey and was drafted by the Kings. Now Myers with a great chance, gets it across, and Mays can't finish it off against Shacker. So the Wildcats trying to answer, down 6-2. Josh Lusby, the only offensive guy, and now it's Myers over the line with Lusby. Myers, quick shot, he just misses high on the glove side of Shacker. So now it's a good opportunity for Carney to get it out, and Doan, he goes around Hodgson. Shane Doan, all on his own. Lusby pokes it away though. Carney up at the point. Lusby tries to challenge him. Wildcats are gonna need about 12 more Josh Lusbys out on the bench if they want to end up even in this one up, but still 24 minutes left to play. A lot of time, but a lot of time for the alumni to do something too. Now a lot of patience from Doan over to Adams, and Sepinen with a great pad save up into the glove, denying Greg Adams. So Greg Adams and Shane Doan definitely having some chemistry, having some fun working together out there with Jabinski alongside of them. So a lot of combined years between Doan and Greg Adams. Shot here from the point, just a little bit of a flutterer there. Now Doan trying to work around Hodgson. Malco can't get it past Doan. Hodgson in on Doan. Doan gives him a shove. So Doan content to battle along the boards, a place he spent a lot of his NHL career. And now Malco's trying to win a race. Gets in there first. Can't get it middle, so he decides to wrap it around. Cosden trying to get it. Wildcats with possession. Cosden with a great move there. Tries to go out to Josephson, just can't connect. Now Doan over to Adams. Greg Adams. Oh, and he gets stood up by Shively. So Adams tries to go through Shively, and Shively says no, and now Will Josephson with some speed over the blue line. Josephson back to Malco. Malco to Josephson behind the net. Over to Malco. They try to go for the little one-touch play. Nothing going as Carson was in between that one for the alumni. And now Shively back there with Hedgecock up to Josephson. He tries to move it through center ice, is able to. Will Josephson. Cosden able to hold possession of the puck. Dueling number twos in the corner there. Cosden just throws one on net. So now the alumni. Carvin gets it across. Beautiful little dangle there, almost able to complete it as Vuconic. Now Carson goes back to the point. McCulloch fakes the shot, goes to his D partner. They go right to the slot. Quick shot there from Carvin. As Sepinen has to be alert to that one and get a glove on it. Now another chance here for the alumni as they're able to keep it in the zone. So Mason Vuconic, the younger Vuconic out there creating a lot of plays down low, and the Wildcats hemmed in their own zone. It's been a long shift for some of these guys. And now Ryan Malco, can he put on the speed and get through everybody? Malco goes in, goes around the back of the net, waits for reinforcements. Malco looks center, can't get the pass through though, as Carvin just stayed with him, didn't allow him anything. And Rob Cowie, number 77, was back there on defense to push Malco out to the outside, make sure he didn't have a lane to the net. Now maybe a chance here, quick shot out in front from Grabner. Grabner in a battle with Fisher. Grabner can't get it through Lerman. maybe a chance here for the Wildcats to get it out, but Cowie keeps it in. Wildcats trying to break it out, luckily are able to. Now over the line with some speed, quick shot there. I believe that's Noah Vance out there wearing number 8. Cameron Timor's usual number, but Jackson Mays is in 4. So the numbers for the Wildcats also shifted around a little bit here this evening. 21-25 left to go in this 30-minute half. Big slap shot there. And that one's fought off by Sepinen into the corner. And Chioka, he's getting the business there with a little bit of a hook, but able to get it out. And obviously, these older guys like to have a little bit of fun with the younger guys, as Mike Vukonich there trying to slow the entry from the zone. Probably not the thing you want to do in regulation play, but in an exhibition match, why not have some fun with it? Now Trubinsky holds on to it. They decide to not take the shot, and that ends up on Jared Overland's stick. So now Overland trying to go around Doan, and he's able to. Hodgson feeds it down the boards, but Doan able to get there first. Now Shane Doan in. Puck's in his feet, but he's still able to hold on to it. Such great puck control, but turns the puck over. As Jesse Lowell is able to poke that one out. Now Selman with a 2-on-1. Jesse Lowell all alone. They try to go backdoor, and Ziegler tries for the extra pass, and McCulloch reads it all the way. So a 3-on-1 down on the other end of the ice for the Wildcats. And Ziegler just tries to make the extra little fancy touch. And McCulloch with his veteran IQ, that's one thing. No matter how long these guys are out of the league, the body might change, but the mind certainly doesn't. The mind certainly does not, and you see it here with these NHL players and what they're able to do in tight spaces. The shot they have when they decide to let one rip, it's a lot different from what we see out of the ACHA, obviously, and especially going back to that Shane Doan goal in the first half. But Wildcats here need to get something going. Shacker's been very good in net for the Coyotes alumni, but Wildcats would like to see a couple more goals on the board, something a little bit closer. So now a nice puck pickup by McCulloch. He feeds it across. Quick shot there, and Carvin does not miss by much. Now Ziegler trying to feed it out. That one gets touched all the way in on Shacker, so no icing. Jesse Lowell puts the pressure on him. Selman knocks it down, but it would have been with a high stick. So Mason Vukonich gets it over. Now Cowie looks middle, almost gets it to Vukonich to finish that one off, but just can't quite connect. And now it's going to be Myers down the wing with speed. Myers in shot. Shacker makes the first save, but Myers with the follow-up on his own rebound. So Sam Myers, nice little bit of confidence building there going into the national tournament, as that line of Myers, Mays, and Lusby is going to be one that Chad Berman is definitely going to be looking to at the national tournament to provide offense, as the first line of Selman, Walker, and Lowell does get targeted by matchups so much. But a great job by Myers, takes the space afforded to him. Nice first shot, nice little hand-eye coordination on the rebound. So now the Alumni in with a possible 2-on-1, and they try to make the extra pass, and they're not able to connect on it. Obviously, no coach is going to be too upset about turning down a shooting opportunity in an exhibition game. Now Myers with a lot of speed tries to feed Lusby. Fisher on the follow-up. Fisher waits, tries to go back to Myers. So what looked like a pretty clean-cut scoring chance does break down a little bit. But of all the games there is to try to make the extra pass, do something a little fancy, this is the one. So then Yo takes a spill, and now it's Chioka over the line. 3-on-1. Chioka tries to feed Mays. So now Myers down at the dots, goes slot. Chioka with a quick shot, barely goes wide on the blocker. Nice little combination there between Mace and Chioka. So now McCulloch just throws that one around the boards, content to keep it in the zone, cycle things around a little bit. Spielvogel was on the wing there, so Lusby trying to get it past Spielvogel, and he does. So now Ryan Fisher over the line. Nice little dangle. Does he decide to pass? Tries to. Now he finally gets it over. but unfortunately not able to connect with that one. A little bit of an awkward fall there in the net. Now a 2-on-1 back the other way. Quick shot, Seppänen with the great save there on Carson. 2-on-1, and Seppänen read it shot the whole way, so now Lusby tries to get over the line, not able to do so. So now Greg Adams along the boards working with McCulloch. McCulloch trying to feed the slot, had Carney coming in late, and now could it be Josh Lusby all alone? Lusby in, Deeks goes for it, can't quite get it past the pad. And Shacker does a great job staying with Lusby through the moves, tries to get him going down. Maybe Lusby trying to elevate that puck, but that will create a chance for the Alumni going the other way. Quickly broken up by Cosden though. Josh Lusby, 2 goals on the night, so officially on a hat trick watch for him, but not able to beat Shacker on that one as he took away the whole bottom of the net with a great pad save. So now Josephson and on Cowie. And they'll feed it up here. Vukonich, who's been great so far this game. Another great move, and Seppänen has to be alert to that one. The speed of the wrist shot from Mason Vukonich. So impressive to see this level of hockey, and you know, obviously nobody's going at 100%, but when the guys do get some open ice, they want to show off, whether they're an Alumni or a Wildcat. It's great to see some of the creativity, the way the Alumni think the game. And what they've been able to do here is put 6 up against the Wildcats as they look to get another one back. So Josephson, and they try to go middle, and the tip just goes high and over the net. Now over to Carson. That one gets picked up by Vukonich. He waits, quick shot. Seppänen alert to that one. Now Cowie up at the point, goes down low. Seppänen way out of the crease, taking away any time and space. That one almost gets turned over at the blue line, but Malco can't quite hold it. So now Josephson against Cowie. Over to Shively. Shively tries to get the shot through, but Cowie, active stick, does not allow it to happen. Now Eddie Slack down on the boards, can't center it. And it's going to be a chance for Carson, but the pass is just a little bit too much in his skates. Slack able to stay on side. Fisher over to Josephson. Josephson, Shacker with another great blocker save. And now Slack with it, gets pressured there. Not able to hold it in against the pressure of Carvin. Now Michael Grabner all alone against Seppänen. Seppänen stays with him and forces Grabner to shoot it off the side of the net. Michael Grabner comes flying in out of nowhere, and Seppänen comes out to challenge him, doesn't let him get anything. Chioka with a shot block there. Seppänen gloves that one down, not quick enough to keep it in play, but so fun to see these Wildcat goaltenders get challenged one-on-one by the likes of Michael Grabner. Definitely an illustrious career in the NHL. 11 years, 6 different franchises for Michael Grabner. Now out a chance for the Alumni, trying to make the extra pass too. Seppänen's just been too hard to beat so far. So Chioka, he'll look to set it up, pass it through the middle. Ooh, that one goes flying right up into the stands as McCulloch redirects that one. And that ends up almost up in the rafters. So luckily no one struck by that puck. A little souvenir there from a Coyotes touched game puck here at the TCC. Final game of the season here at the Tucson Arena. Wildcats head to Boston next week to play UCO in the first round of the national tournament. Wildcats ranked number 11, UCO ranked number 6. UCO, the conference champions this year, back-to-back conference champions and 2-time national champions too. So Wildcats will get no easy games in that tournament. And as Coach Berman said, if you beat them, it only gets harder. So it'll be all focus here. This is kind of the last little night to have a bit of fun on the ice. Take it a bit easy. Now Grabner. Grabner with a big burst of speed. Gets in, almost completes the move. Backhand, forehand, but can't finish it off as Seppänen's been Grabner's kryptonite so far. The Wildcats trying to get something going offensively. Fisher, he'll go into the boards against McCulloch. Now Now a chance here for Carney. He gets it up to Adams. Alumni will get a bit of a line change, and now Adams. He's got Chabinski going middle, but unable to connect. 12:27 left to go in this second half. Wildcats still need 3 to tie this game up. So Hodgson can't connect there. That one barely just comes over the blue line, or Selman would have definitely had a chance. Now Jesse Lowell with it. Lowell holds at the dot, waits, tries to find a lane. Shadowed the whole way, but a great move there by Jesse Lowell, cycling with Overland. Over to Selman. Wildcats showing off their offensive prowess, but it ends up coming out of the zone. But Jesse Lowell with some beautiful little moves there to create the cycle with Overland and Selman. And now Doan for the Alumni gets it over to Chabinski. Chabinski over the line, gets around Hodgson. So now Cowie out at the point. They go slot. Oh, just couldn't get the handle on it, was Doan. He's waiting, looking for another pass, but Jesse Lowell says no, right into his feet. Jesse Lowell trying to hold off Chabinski. Obviously, no penalties going on in this game. That would have definitely been one. But now Selman, he cuts middle, waits, tries to go down to Ziegler. And down 3, shot first mentality is going to have to come out of the Wildcats here. Selman in a little bit of a tie up there with Cowie as he gets his stick back. Now Ziegler back to the line, quick shot, almost deflected by Selman, but he just can't get enough on it. So Shively, Lowell, nice little pass there. Selman tries to shovel it into the zone, but just can't get it in deep. So now McCulloch. Very confident as McCulloch, just kind of toying with Ziegler here, saying try and take the puck if you can. That's going to be enough to get Ziegler off on a line change. 10:35 left to go in this second half. Final 10:30 to go here at the TCC. Now it's Mace all alone. Mace in, 5-hole scores. Jackson Mace with a beautiful little move there. Sells shot and goes 5-hole. So the Wildcats get it back within 2 as Jackson Mace with a great goal there. Another guy who definitely you want to see him getting his confidence up heading into the national tournament. So Lusby, Myers, and Mace, this line responsible for all 4 Wildcat goals. Kind of putting Jesse Lowell and Brody Selman to shame. Ryan Fisher in with a quick shot. Turnover there. Myers at the line. Lusby, can he hold it in? He does. Gets it down low to Fisher, over to Myers. Myers into the slot to Chioka. Chioka barely misses, but then it gets finished off by Mace. So Jackson Mace with 2 in quick succession. The Wildcats offense buzzing there as Chioka sets up the opportunity and Mace finishes it on the back door. So the second line for the Wildcats, 5 goals tonight against the Coyotes Alumni, the only line that's been able to break through, but what a great job there by Chioka to activate, get into the slot. You have Ryan Fisher down low below the dot, so 2 defensemen really factoring in on that play there, and Chioka's got to be feeling some confidence here. Now Lusby, quick shot, Shacker barely gets that. Now Mace trying to go out in front, he dodges a move. Lusby almost gets enough on it. Lusby back to Chioka, he fakes the shot and waits. Goes down the boards. Chioka around the net looking for Lusby. Lusby just couldn't get a stick on it. He was calling for that puck and Chioka saw him. And Chioka gets buried at the line. So Mike Vukonich, the father, absolutely burying Chioka. So things getting a little feisty here as the Wildcats look to tie this up. Definitely a lot of pride on this Alumni team if the bodies start getting thrown. And now Chabinski, he'll get it up to Doan. Doan 2-on-1. Doan waits, goes back to Chabinski, and they score. So the Wildcats Alumni throw a hit and score a goal in response to the recent offensive explosion by the Wildcats. So 8:56 left here at the Tucson Arena. The Alumni go up 7-5. So great patience there by Shane Doan. Chabinski goes to the side of the net. Easy little tap-in goal, and for Sepinen, it's pretty hard to stare down Shane Doan and not be worried about the shot. So now Hunter Hodgson with Chabinski pressuring him, but Will Josephson with some speed tries to go around Adams. He puts a little bit of a hip check into him. So now Shane Doan with Greg Adams and Chabinski will look to break it out again. Adams able to keep this puck on his stick. Cycles it back though, but Overland reads it. So the most dangerous line for the Coyotes alumni probably out here right now is Adams and Doan have been passing the puck around very easily. No icing here as Shacker comes out to play it. Malco shadowing him. Shacker just puts it around the boards. Carvin got to it first, but the Alumni not able to break it out cleanly. McCulloch, he finds some fresh legs off the bench in Vukonich. Carson on top of Hodgson, forces him to miss that pass. Refs wave off the icing. So now a chance here for McCulloch to break it out once again. Over to Carson. They try to go to Vukonich. Vukonich fakes the little wraparound, goes back to the point. McCulloch can't hold it in at the line. Now maybe a chance here. Oh, and just can't hold on to it. There's no advance with Ryan Heck with him. 7:15 left to go, time running out. Wildcats want to get something here, try to tie this game. Maybe it'll be a goal from Stu Lerman. Stu with a nice little move there, tries the second toe drag, but Vukonich says no. So now McCulloch feeds it up to Vukonich, who's really showing off his wheels here tonight. Nice little pass there. The Wildcats were able to break that up as Carson couldn't get any time and space. This one will go down on Shacker. He'll just play that over, keep the flow going. Nice little step up there by Chioka as he takes one away. Gets it over, quick shot. Shacker decides to play that one out quickly. Cowie fakes the wraparound. Nice little move there. Opens up some space here for Grabner. Grabner tries to feed it. Oh, and they almost catch Sepinen going the wrong way. Now they go slot, can't get the shot away. Good active sticks there by the Wildcats. The ref takes a little bit of a spill behind the net. Everyone makes sure he's just fine. Go back to the point. Vukonich. Now Vukonich, time and space, tries to go middle. Sepinen stays with him, doesn't let him get the backhand pass. They battle behind the net, trying to get this one out with 5:40 left to go. Ryan Fisher, who's had a good offensive game, looks to lead the breakout. He'll take the time and space in front of him. Ziegler's able to knock it down in a nice move. But a great play there by the Alumni to make sure nothing comes of that. So now Brody Selman gets it back to Chioka. Chioka up to Ziegler. Ziegler against Carney. Ziegler gets the stick knocked out of his hands. Wildcats, though, able to keep it in the zone. Fisher up at the point, over to Chioka. Chioka, quick shot, looking for the redirect. Doesn't quite get there. Now Ziegler tries to make the fancy pass, but Shane Doan makes him pay, and it's over to Greg Adams. Greg Adams all alone in, and he scores. Forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand over the top of Sepinen. What great hands by Greg Adams. Definitely don't want to take anything away there from Sepinen, but those 5 dekes are pretty hard to read before he goes top shelf. A lot of guys in the ACHA are sliding that one along the ice, but Greg Adams not so. So that's going to be a hat trick for Greg Adams. As the Coyotes alumni push this up to 8 now. Wildcats, Hodgson, Lusby fakes the shot. Now Lusby trying to keep it in the zone, hustles and does. Oh, unfortunately, just not enough hustle The ref will barely call that one offsides with 4:33 left to go in the second half. Always appreciative to get a shout out from the infamous Duke Litwin. Definitely gonna miss him here at the program when he moves on. Definitely one of the guys I'm more comfortable giving it to, but he's always been a good sport about the chirps. It was great to have him up in the booth for the first half of this game as Myers gets it over to Mace. Mace tries to feed it across to Lusby, just kind of lost the handle on it. As Jackson Mace tries to now set up something again, tries to go backdoor to Overland. That one just misses. Mace gets there first though, but unfortunately the Alumni, too many layers. Chabinski gets to it, Doan racing over the line. Chabinski, Doan tries to knock it down, able to get a handle on it. And Doan wins the board battle, goes back to the point to Cowie. Cowie goes down low, wide open Greg Adams, shot and a save there. As Shane Doan looks to wind it up again. Doan over to Adams, barely misses on the backdoor feed. And now Myers over the line. Myers all alone in, can't finish it off. A great move there from Myers, just couldn't beat Shacker. Now Shively with a shot, Lusby with a deflection, that doesn't get through. So 3:24 left to go. As Carvin skates it in all on his own, they go back to the point. Fanned on a little bit there. Wildcats trying to pounce on it, but not able to lift the stick enough. Alumni keep it in the zone. Now can Lusby get to it for Cowie? No, he can't. So they go back to the point here. Spielvogel fires that one, and that goes high. Now Vukonich. In a battle in the boards, Wildcats are able to win it and take it away. Tries to find Cosden, can't connect, but Cosden stays with it. Good effort there. Jacob Cosden down the near boards. Just gets swiped from him, but Will Josephson gets to it first. Trying to win a board battle there against Kearney. Good effort here from Shively. Tries to dump it down deep, but Kearney intercepts. Feeds it over to Vukonich. It's going to be Malco trying to get on him, but Vukonich just has too much space. Quick little shot attempt there from Carson, just goes wide. Picked off there though, nice little spinorama, another nice little move. Now McCulloch at the point, fakes the shot, waits, that one gets blocked away by Cosden. Vukonich up to McCulloch, over to Kearney. Kearney trying to find the little slick redirection, but just goes wide. Now Malco. You see the Alumni, they're smart about their pinches, they're good on the blue line, not allowing easy breakouts. It's just an exhibition game, but you never forget how to play hockey. So now Will Josephson. Malco gets to it. Malco with a beautiful pass. Slack is able to fight through two Alumni. Can't get the shot away though. Kearney, he'll get it up to Carson. And now Vukonich, he's over the blue line, waits. Knows some support is on the other side, so he feeds it. Tries to go down low to Vukonich again, but not able to get it back up high as they go low to high. The Wildcats, 1:10 left to go. Coyotes Alumni up 8-5 here at this special exhibition game. It's been a privilege to broadcast these games all season. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned into the stream, and to everyone who's been able to make a game in person. You are the reason this program is what it is. And now it's going to be Shane Doan, one-on-one against Sepinen. Doan in shot, Sepinen saves that one. Adams tries to feed it back to Doan, but Fisher with the defensive support. So Nicholas Sepinen staring Shane Doan down and absolutely shuts him down on that one. Now Chioka with it. Maybe one last final offensive rush for the Wildcats. Stu Lerman tries to settle it down, gets it across. Too many sticks in the way, almost able to find Doan on the breakaway. Now it's Vance over to Lerman. Lerman just goes wide on the blocker side of Shacker. Still another chance here. Shacker holds the post. 5 seconds left to go in the half. Battle down low. And Greg Adams will skate away with it. And that will do it here for the Coyotes Alumni game at the Tucson Arena. And that will do it for the Wildcat 2022-2023 broadcast season. Stick around for an interview with hopefully Shane Doan, possibly Grady Berman after his first time behind the bench. Grady's got to be a little bit disappointed with the effort, losing his first game there, but Wildcats with some nice goals, all 5 coming from the second line of Jackson Mays, Sam Myers, and Josh Lusby. So hopefully that is a sign of things to come at the national tournament next weekend, Saturday, the 18th of March. If you want to watch your Wildcats at the 2023 ACHA National Tournament, tune into Hockey TV. A monthly subscription can be purchased for $29.99. Definitely would mean a lot to the Wildcats to have you tuned in to their hopefully long progress at the national tournament. It's been a great evening here, fun one to watch. Shane Doan and Greg Adams do what they do. Michael Grabner might not have scored much, but his speed so evident even from up here. So as we draw the season to a close, Wildcats are going to say their final farewells to the Tucson faithful, coming out on a Friday evening to watch this alumni game. If you haven't been down to the TCC for a game before, definitely come check one out next season if you're able to. If not, we'll be broadcasting all of our home games here on the UA Wildcat YouTube channel. Make sure to keep an eye on our social media for updates from the national tournament and all other sorts of content as well, as the Wildcats and the Coyotes alumni gather together for a picture that you gotta think for a lot of these guys is one you definitely have no problem putting up on a frame at home. It's a great opportunity for these guys to be able to do it. Grady's gonna have to scoot into the picture there. So it's been a fantastic season. The Wildcats and ranked number 11 take on ranked number 6 UCO at the national tournament. The season maybe has not gone quite as expected for the Wildcats. Maybe expected the record to be a little bit better, but a couple close games here and there. And especially the additions of Myers, Chioka, and Mace have made a huge difference so far in the second half of the season. Excited to see what they can do at the national tournament and possibly in an entire season with the Wildcats. Always difficult to integrate new pieces into the system. You see it at the NHL trade deadline. New guys get inserted in. Some fit seamlessly, some take a little bit more time. But overall, this is a Wildcats hockey program that is probably not going to be satisfied with the regular season record, but a chance to do something special at the national tournament, as their first game will be against two-time national champions UCO and back-to-back conference champions as well. So the Wildcats, who themselves have been conference champions, take on a tough opponent first, but it only gets more difficult from there. The likes of Adrian, Liberty. It's not easy to win a national title. And as the ACHA just gets better and better and better every season, and you see the attention the ACHA is starting to get, college hockey is an absolute phenomenon, and the ACHA might kind of be that last rail car in the line to reach its destination in terms of the recognition it deserves. But University of Arizona, a proud tradition here of hockey going back over 40 years in Tucson. And we'll wait to see if we get any interview here or if this will be my final sign-off for the season. Head coach Chad Berman is down there having a conversation with Keith Carney. Grady, his son, down there with him as well. Tanner Harris down at center ice with a microphone, so I do believe we will be getting an interview here. So for everyone who has stuck around for the stream, appreciate everything. It's been a little balancing act tonight as all the interns and Garrett out for the evening. So solo up in the box, but definitely appreciate Duke Litwin coming in to provide color on the first half. Great to have Timor and Litwin have a little discussion in the intermission, get to know the guys a little bit more. Unfortunately, they are heading out at the end of this season, but luckily they have provided a lot here at the University of Arizona to build off of. So we'll get a quick interview here with Grady Berman.
All right, fans, we're here at center ice with head coach Grady Berman. If you are waiting for autographs, go and take a look up at the big screen. You can see him here. Grady, first game, how do you feel? How do you think the boys did? What do you think went wrong? What do you think went right?
It was fun. I thought they played pretty good.
Played pretty good. You know, I saw some goals there that were scored on you. Maybe your assistant coach made some bad calls. What do you think? Pretty bad, or?
I think it was all his fault.
Yeah, it's kind of all his fault. All right, well, maybe we should rehire Anthony Churro.
Yeah, right.
All right. Thank you, Wildcat fans, for a great season. Make sure you stick around to get some autographs from the Coyotes alumni and Wildcat hockey players. We got some Arizona hockey posters over there to get signed. Thank you all again, and we look forward to seeing you back home at the TCC in September of 2023.
Alrighty, so that is the final sign-off from Tanner Harris. This is the final sign-off from Sebastian Janik. It's been a pleasure this season. Wildcats lose this one 5-8 to the Coyotes alumni. It's been a pleasure. This is Wildcat Hockey.